If your phone gets a notification and you instantly have to check it, that should tell you something about your mind. If you constantly feel the need to be doing something, why is that? When's the last time you experienced the fear of missing out? Better yet, when's the last time you turned off all the noise, the notifications, the external stimulation, and you just sat in silence? If this sounds like you, then you've probably normalized overstimulation. Let's explore why when everything is urgent, nothing is. If you've normalized overstimulation, everything is urgent doesn't seem dramatic, it's normal. And it looks a lot like this. You wake up, and before your feet even hit the floor, your attention's already gone. Not because you need to check something, but because you feel like you have to. Like if you don't check, you'll fall behind, you'll disappoint someone, you'll miss out on something, or you'll get blindsided by life somehow. Then the day starts, and it's just a conveyor belt of micro-emergencies. A text comes in, a notification hits, an email pops up, and then your mind says, oh yeah, I just remembered I need to order that thing. So you're on Amazon, and then the loop begins. One more check, one more scroll, one more real quick, one more tiny task, and then by noon, you've done 1,000 tiny things, but 0 big things. You're busy, but not better. And here's the internal experience. Your mind gradually starts to feel like you're slipping further and further behind. Like you just didn't do enough. Like you should have done a little bit more. You get restless. You get reactive. You can't sit still because stillness feels like laziness, and there's always something to be done. The silence is deafening. This is when you know you've trained yourself into urgency. Because urgency becomes identity. I'm the person who responds fast. I'm the one people can depend on. I'm the one who won't drop the ball. But in reality, what's really going on is that your attention is accessible to everyone except you. And when urgency becomes your default setting, your life becomes reactive rather than intentional. The reason we get caught up in this is because it gives us a hit of dopamine. Typically the things that call to our attention, the notifications, the people reaching out, all of these little things, they signal to us that we're needed. Not because it's meaningful, but because it's immediate. Urgent things are loud. They scream, they buzz, they ping, they flash. They get our attention. Important things are quiet. They don't demand attention. They just require that you bring attention to them. And this is why urgent stuff often wins, because your brain sees it and it's like, oh, that's a problem, that's a person, that's something that could be a threat, and it's just going off with alarm bells at everything that comes your direction. And our natural instinct is to respond to it. But truth be told, most of those things aren't actually emergencies. They're someone else's priorities dressed up as an emergency. And if you let your attention be driven by whatever yells the loudest, then you're not actually living at that point, you're just managing interruptions. Life begins to feel like you're playing whack-a-mole with a bunch of problems within your own brain. When everything is urgent, you stop doing deep work, not because you're lazy, but because deep work actually requires a productive and focused mind. And a productive and focused mind needs to be protected so that it can direct its attention rather than its attention being drawn out of it. And if your attention is constantly being hijacked by any number of things, then you become brittle, not intellectually, but structurally in the way you're able to focus. It's hard to think deeply when your mind is being pulled in multiple different directions. Imagine a spider on skates and all the wheels as it's trying to move in a single direction, they'll just go out. Can't get anywhere. So you get things like half-finished projects, mental clutter, low-grade constant stress, decision fatigue, and this feeling like no matter how much effort you put in, life just isn't improving. And then you start resenting everything. You resent your phone, your boss, other people's needs. People who you think are your friends become like, meh, I don't really want to talk to them. And you resent yourself because you're always so sick and tired of feeling so sick and tired. And all of those resentments and all of those little things are your mind's way of saying, I don't feel like I'm in control. Something's got to change. And it's right. This is the most simple and important distinction you can make about this. Urgent is loud. Important is true. Urgent things demand a response now. Important things demand a response consistently. Urgent makes you feel productive until after the fact. Important is always productive, and that's a fact. Urgent says, answer this, click this, fix that, pay attention to it. Important says, heal this, build this, create this, protect this. A lot of people fail to do the important stuff because it doesn't punish you immediately. It catches up to you later, and it blindsides you in the way that you think the urgent stuff is going to. Nobody gets fired today because they ignored their health for a week. Nobody gets divorced today because they ignored their partner for one day. Nobody's life collapses because they avoided doing the deep work for one afternoon. The important things compound over time. Each time we do them, they build into something greater and greater, but each time we neglect them, they create a greater and greater debt that one day we'll have to pay. It's like waking up one day and you feel like you've been sprinting for years, but you haven't arrived anywhere. And let's be honest about it. There are systems in place that benefit from your attention, from your non-productivity. They profit off of this manufactured urgency. Apps on your phone profit from your attention. The algorithm profits from you being hooked. Your boss profits from you always being available. Bad relationships profit from you having no boundaries. The news profits from you constantly being anxious. I'm not saying everyone is evil. I'm saying that these systems are designed to pull your attention in, and they're designed to give you a certain kind of feeling when they do. Your attention is a resource and it can be harvested, and there are people who know how to harvest attention as a resource. So if you don't willingly decide where your attention should go, then the world is going to do it for you, whether or not you're aware of it and whether or not you agree to it. And if you're constantly feeling overwhelmed, it may not be that you have too much to do. It may just be that other things have too much access to you. Too many people can reach you, too many apps can interrupt you, and there's too much input for you to control your output. Urgency itself isn't evil. It has a place. The problem isn't urgency. It's constant urgency. It's permanent urgency. It's always on emergency. So here's how you can look at it. Urgency is like a knob. You should be able to turn it up when you need to and turn it off when you need to. If you can't adjust that switch, then you have lost some amount of control of your mind. And so let's take it back. Create an urgency filter. Before you respond to something, ask yourself, if I actually don't respond to this, what changes? And I'm not talking about emotionally or socially, I'm talking about in reality. Does the world fall apart if you don't respond instantaneously? Most urgent things collapse under this question. Then, each day, make important things non-negotiable. This isn't something that you should have to ask permission to do. You shouldn't have to tell the whole world, hey, put everything on pause. I need to focus on me and what I need to do to care about myself and to better myself and to improve myself and to make my life more fulfilling. This shouldn't be a request that you have to make. It should be a demand, and it should be something that you give to yourself because you deserve it. Important things need protected time. They need to be established that you're going to do them regardless. You're not going to ask the world to stop sending you notifications. You're not going to capitulate on any of it. You're just going to do it. And you have to carve out time to make it. Not, I'll do it when I have time. Instead, I will make time to do it. So pick something, anything, be it your health, your relationship, some sort of deep work, a passion project, whatever it may be to you, and dedicate time each day that you can focus on that. Reduce your access points. And this is one a lot of people don't want to hear because it doesn't feel good, but stop giving everything so much access to you. It's unnecessary. Turn off notifications you don't actually need. Put your phone face down while you're doing some work. Create blocks of time where you're just completely inaccessible to anybody. You're not being rude, you're freeing yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, did you know that eBay can send you notifications? Like, I mean, I get it. If you're in a bidding war, like, sure, like, let me know that I need to outbid this jackass. But any other time, really? Decide what kind of person you want to be. Because at the core of all of this attention talk and urgency talk, there's a real reality here. And it's a lot of what you pay attention to becomes the kind of person that you become. So what we allow into our minds is what creates our actions. And so what we pay attention to is what we ultimately become. So if you're paying attention to a bunch of nothingness, then what kind of person are you going to become? If you're paying attention to everything else and forgetting to pay attention to yourself, then you're neglecting yourself and what's happening to you. Are you the person whose mind belongs to every ping, to every notification, that belongs to everyone except your own self? Or are you the kind of person that chooses where your awareness goes and you're a good steward of your consciousness? And you decide what your reality is going to look like and who you're going to be in the future based off of what you pay attention to today. Give yourself silence, not forever, but at some point each day, make time just for peace and quiet. The silence isn't empty, and it's only scary in the beginning if we're not used to it. But once you adapt to sitting in silence, you'll realize that your brain has time to relax and your mind will start to reveal things to you that are actually important things rather than urgent things. And when you learn to sit in silence without needing stimulation, you actually regain something that's very profound. You regain internal authority over your own mind and over your own life. Turn down the volume, pick up what matters, and protect it. If you want a life that feels like your own, you have to stop living like your attention is public property. Until next time, always stay up to no good.